almost live. Hello guys, welcome to episode 5 of Road to 9 Figures. This also means that, excuse me for that one, this also means that we are in the 5th week of this project, a bit more than a month in right now. We are almost live, as you can see in the title, and also started. This is pretty annoying. Fix this. Right now it should be solved. Which means that we are almost live, as I introduced this call, and as you also see in the title, excuse me, I was a bit distracted by the fact that specific error with the screen. So without further ado, let's jump into the process of last week and what we will be focusing on the upcoming week. Last week the content is made by the creators and they send it over to me last Wednesday they sent that over to me, and my editor's right now really busy with editing that stuff, and he hopes to deliver it to me tomorrow. And then we are talking about the video content. I think we have to finalize some things there, because I don't expect it to be all perfect in once, and then I have to ask the creator to make the last modifications, and then I hope to have the final videos on Monday or at least Tuesday, and maybe also already this weekend when there's not much which we have to change. And yeah, the content was decent, but there is a lot of room for improvement, of course, but for this stage of the business it's pretty okay. We finalized the important last steps for the launch, thinking about the last packaging, the last steps with the flow, with the website. I've been thinking about the last things, setting up the stylist, and everything, just making sure that we're ready to handle the first orders. I did a pretty fun assignment where I asked one of my VAs to gather all the reviews of the competitors. So that will be Lucero, Mason 365, and House of Einstein, which she checked and gathered all the reviews in a specific document. And then I asked ChatGPT to go through all of those reviews, and ChatGPT gave me quite some really valuable insights, because basically I had the data of hundreds of customer reviews, what they like, what's the most important for them, what was reasons why they weren't satisfied, what were specific cases where I can optimize, what are things I have to think about, what's the most important, etc. Really valuable insights, which I've used to take notes and to mention and note down the most important things. But that's also will bring me to the point which I will come back to in a second, just to keep this structured. And I made the start for a designer, since I saw that I was missing a designer on a freelance basis who is known with my brand image and is just able to, not yet in a full-time role, but just in a role in which the designer will be designing some stuff based on a quick assignment. So for example, a specific template or a PDF or something for social media or some photo ads and stuff. I definitely need that hire, since I don't feel like doing it myself, since I'm not that creative, I'm not that good with editing, and I also don't like to spend my time on it. So that's why I hopped on online jobs again this week to find that specific hire, and they are right now completing a specific assignment which I gave them, which I always do in the hiring process, and then that will be finalized tomorrow evening, and then I will hop on a call with them on Sunday and we'll onboard them on Monday, that specific designer. And that will be a freelance role, so no full-time role, so also not an official hire or something like that, but just someone who will be slowly, bit by bit, step by step, more integrated in the business. But an important step, most definitely, because that person will help me with making sure that we can visualize things great to customers and make sure that our branding is spot on. And then for the upcoming week, the most important will be finalizing the content, because that content is right now the bottleneck, which is causing that we can't launch, because without ads we can't launch. Then I want to finalize the order status page, which are some small things which I want to complete, and then some designs and finalize the website with the content, since it was also waiting for the content from the creators to finalize the website with some custom content in there. That's also what we'll be doing the upcoming week, so it will be pretty important week since we have to finalize all those things. Now I finally have the content from the creators, and then as mentioned, I want to finish the hire for the designing, and then launch. I want to launch the upcoming week. I always set the goal on the last week of June, but I was aware of the fact that it also could become the first week of July, and that's in the end what it came. So yeah, what it became, sorry. So yeah, I would love to launch upcoming week, and that's also the difficulty which I have in this case, since I will go on a vacation with my mom, which is quite a coincidence since we only do it once a year now, where my sister is also out of our country and not at our home, where I will definitely need her since she will be packaging the orders, and that will be causing that we can fulfill orders during those 2 weeks, which is causing quite of a difficulty, since then I can't accept orders one week or something before that, which is pretty difficult, of course, since yeah, then I barely can launch. But I just want to launch really quickly and spend a couple hundreds of euros in there to see, okay, what's the feedback from Facebook, which I see, what are the main bottlenecks? Is it, for example, CPC? Is it conversion rate? Is it that maybe the row is already, or not ROAS, because people won't be spending any money, but is it already that we are receiving a lot of responses through the type form or through the survey, and it's already really great, and we just have to optimize the back end and do it. In the meantime, I have to create more content. So that's why I want to launch the ads really quickly. And that's also which brought me to the second problem, which I really quickly mentioned a couple minutes ago. And that's the fact that I have so many ideas in my mind, but for me it's difficult to postpone those ideas and to not focus on them, because those are like really great concepts which I want to and love to work on, and important things to keep in my mind. But it doesn't make sense because I don't even have a single customer. So then 99% of the things doesn't make sense. It's just about making the content, make sure your survey is ready, and make sure people can check out. So yeah, then it doesn't matter focusing on those things. But then when you have to wait on the content, that's pretty difficult, since there is not much you can do there. But that's just a matter of patience, and I'm also fine with that. But that sometimes gives me the idea that there's not much I can do. But in the meantime, I definitely focus mainly on personal development, which hasn't that much directly to do with the business. And as mentioned, I focus on things like asking for reviews to know more about my audience and what's important for them and stuff. And all of those things I note down, all my IDs. So I have plenty of things to work on as soon as we are live. And that's just what I would love to get in place. We will officially launch probably around August, since that will be when my sister is ready, and also people are coming back from vacation, which is important for this business model, because then people will be again shopping for autumn and also for the winter items. And people, while they're on vacation, they won't use this kind of service. Is also something which my stylist mentioned, who has experience in the other two competitors. So yeah, I just have to wait for that, but I want to launch as soon as possible, as mentioned, to get that the feedback loop rolling, which will be the most important for the upcoming weeks, the upcoming months, especially the first half a year I expect for this project. So that's why I want to launch that ASAP, even though it's not ideal. But yeah, that's kind of a difficulty which I have to deal with right now. But no worries, we will be fine. We have to keep the long term in mind. So yeah, with that being said, I want to wrap up this episode of Road to 9 Figures, a longer one than we usually have, but it will be a big week coming up, in which I hope to launch and yeah, get the feedback loop starting from there. And then it will be 2-3 weeks doing it with the data which I gathered in those couple of days. Probably will be only a week that the ads will be live, but that will be enough for me. And there will probably enough things where I have to think about, work on, etc. And then we can officially scale and stuff during August probably. So yeah, that's again a month, and then we are 3 months in for the business. Wait, yeah, the 1st of August is 2 months in, and then I hope to officially launch, and from there also pick up the momentum, because we won't be able to pick up momentum here. But as mentioned, with that being said, that will be the schedule for the upcoming weeks and months. That was what I will be focusing on, and then as always, I will update you upcoming week, and who knows, we will have the first customer in the upcoming week. Enjoy your day, enjoy your evening. Just wanted to mention that, and we'll see you again on next Friday. Ciao, ciao.